think it's a fantastic opportunity for the UK to have a mission where there's a clear commercial customer, where space can demonstrate it continuing to do its bit towards clean energy, sustainability, tackling climate change. And it's an opportunity for the whole of the UK space sector, where we're pretty uniquely placed in terms of the ISAM market to really lead the world and for the UK to capture some significant market share.
Yeah, the sector's just changing enormous, isn't it? With the onset of heavy reusable launch and the way that sort of large modular infrastructure can really transform a range of different sectors. So I think space solar power is such a fantastic opportunity in that way, isn't it? It's not just space solar power, is it?
No, orbital data centres, thinking about developing drugs in space. As we start to explore more of space, there are all sorts of interesting applications that ISAM's bringing to us.
Yeah, I mean, it really does enable the next generation of systems in all sorts of areas. There's also communications and observation. If you're no longer constrained by your launch mass and capacity, suddenly you just use space in a completely different way. It's going to have such an important impact on our future on the planet, isn't it? Space generally, and it's everything the catapult does, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're fortunate enough to work with fantastic entrepreneurs with really exciting, innovative views of the future. And like you say, it's exciting time to be in the space sector, transforming all sorts of parts of the space sector and starting to solve some really significant problems that we have on Earth by manufacturing new things in space or by moving industry into space. Really interesting.
I mean, it's fantastic having you on the board, because through the catapult you bring this whole ecosystem, you bring this the collaboration between government and industry and academia, and really how we position the whole space sector to support a bright future on the planet. So.
I mean, Paul Bate at the Space Agency always makes the point that space is a team sport, and I completely agree. It's not just a team sport within the sector itself. It's a pretty collaborative sector, but it's internationally collaborative. And then, as you say, bringing together government funding, policy, strategy with private capital, and then the expertise of the industry that's supported by the fantastic academics that we have. Really, really important to maintaining our leadership in the space sector.
Yeah. And I think there's just going to be a range of businesses that are orders of magnitude more significant than we've seen today. I mean, the space sector's changed enormously since the catapult was founded, hasn't it? It's, and some incredible advances with small satellites. But when you start to be able to build this large infrastructure, I think the potential for the UK is really, really significant, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's perhaps a little bit of an uncomfortable truth. So firstly, I think the catapults absolutely, before my time, played a role in creating the fantastic UK space sector that we've got, the expertise that we've got. But at the same time, I also think that as a sector, certainly when you compare with, say, the digital sector, we have an opportunity to create some world-leading companies with really significant market cap valuations that we haven't yet got to. So if you compare the sector with others, there's plenty of room for growth. Room for growth, I think of it.
Yeah, but the world's changing so fast with sort of AI, and I think the way the space sector is going to evolve is going to be, it's definitely going to be one of those growth sectors, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you can pick your favourite consultancy and you'll find a paper they've written to tell you how big the in-orbit economy is going to be. It's absolutely, as you say, lower cost to launch, just transformational in terms of the opportunity for space to be this huge market.
Yeah, it's been really great having a number of the catapults that are really aligned with what Space Solar is trying to do as well, isn't it? So yourselves and energy systems, compound semiconductor applications, high-value manufacturing, offshore renewables. It's such a great network, isn't it?
Yeah, so being able to plug in the catapults that understand about space and the space sector, but also in particular with those that understand about manufacturing new materials and so on. When we talk about things that we can do in space, so digital catapult, thinking about AI in space and data centers in space, working with the medicines discovery catapult, plugging into the pharmaceutical sector as we can start to think about developing drugs in microgravity. It's oftentimes it feels genuinely like science fiction when you start to talk to other people about it, but then when you explain and show them the progress that companies like Space Solar and many others in the UK are making, they all start to their eyes start to light up and they start to understand this fantastic opportunity.
Exactly. It's been brilliant for Space Solar. Being able to sort of work with those ecosystems straight off, because they're set up through those catapults already. And I mean, I think the study that was done by Fraser Nash back in 2021, talking about 143,000 job years through the development program, you're creating these future industries. So it's the end game is incredible. It's about future energy. It's so aligned to the clean growth mission and sort of the clean energy superpower and the growth mission. But actually, you create so much on the journey as well. It's just a brilliant opportunity.
Well, there's opportunities for people to transition into the space sector or to have a future career in the space sector. And they're great jobs, and they don't have to be, they can be anywhere in the country, frankly. I mean, even in Space Solar, ourselves, our CTOs come from the nuclear sector and transitioned into space. So we're an example of a company that's starting to provide good jobs for folks in the space sector.
And across the country, you've got semiconductors, robotics,
right.
It's everywhere, isn't it? Yeah. Space Solar will be an international endeavour when it's successful. I mean, it's power is and energy. They've always been at the heart of prosperity across the world, and even more now than ever, perhaps with AI particularly. It's clear that energy's it's there for growth, but competitive advantage, and there's so many ways that nations can work together to make this reality. So I mean, I think from a Space Solar perspective, we're obviously really well. Some great partnership opportunities from Japan to the US or Saudi, Canada.
And delivering programs with ESA or through ESA funding. I think sometimes there's a bit that we miss in our narrative around Space Solar. Imagining the UK having this capability to beam power to base load power as well to any part of the world gives us an opportunity to really support our allies with something very immediate, very kind of critical, particularly those that they don't have any other forms of renewable power. So places like Singapore, for instance, we give the UK the opportunity to offer energy to allied countries. I think that's really, really important.
That's right, and also from a sort of defence and security perspective, for both for the warfighter, but for polar regions, that's really interesting. And then for the long run, it's super exciting because we've got a huge challenge with growing energy demand. Was it quadruple by 2050? And even if we look at the UK, the solutions we're proposing for the UK aren't scalable globally. Whereas something like Space Solar Power, it's really got such potential for energy democratization because expensive assets in space, the ability to finance a rec tenor in developing countries is just so much more readily doable. It can be it's a great opportunity for UK leadership and soft power and all these things.
And like you say, those rec tenors can even work on top of, you can grow crops underneath. So you don't need masses and masses of space, just fields of space that you're already growing crops in, relatively cheap, easy to get involved in space-based solar power in that regard. And also it gives you base load in comparison, even if you do have the ability to do offshore wind or terrestrial solar, you don't get to do that 24 hours a day unless you've got some serious capacity for batteries, and we solve that problem as well. So for sure it'll be part of a mix in the UK, but for those countries that don't have quite as much choice as we do, it can be a really compelling offer.
Absolutely, and through the development program as well. I mean, the number of sort of natural partners for Space Solar have got really deep capability, haven't they? I mean, you've got the Canadians with robotics, the Japanese wireless power robotics, or the US are strong in many areas. So it's just a great opportunity for working together to do something really good for the world.
And what I love about it is it's a mission we can choose that has a clear commercial customer at the end. A clear demand to do something better for the world. And sometimes I think in the space sector we can sometimes do projects and programs that improve our capability, but we're not quite clear where the end game. Yeah. Whereas this is really clear. How about 24/7 power from space, cheaper than any other renewable energy, providing base load. Wow, what a cracking project to get after. And as a result of that, we create a whole bundle of good jobs in the UK, give ourselves political influence, and grow a bundle of companies, not just space solar.
I mean, the UK has been a really good place to establish space solar. It's very forward thinking on a policy and regulatory perspective, which is excellent. We've had all of the key regulators come together to establish how we can make this a reality. It's a really strong skills base across all sorts of things that we need, from robotics to energy to space and semiconductors. And the financing environment is also something that the UK's generally been very strong at, is the sort of innovation in finance, and that's going to be important as we go through the journey right up through to scaling to deliver significant percentage of the global energy market. So it's been a great place to establish, and then the international links that the UK has are really, really helpful as we look to expand.
I mean, what's been great is to see you guys use that environment to maximise our IP. I mean, it's fantastic that our solution is the lightest solution anywhere in the market. So we're then able to offer the best product to the end user, the lowest cost of energy per megawatt than I think any of our competitors. So it's all of those levers coming together, the talent, the financing, the regulation, that allows us to build something that's world leading when it comes to space-based solar power.